Hello, magical gangsters. Welcome to another edition of Gangstar Magician Tarot, where I'll be your host, Gangstar Magician himself, and I'm here to deliver you your message because that's what I love to do, and I love you, so that's what it's all about. Because you love what you do what you love, okay? That's what we like to do. We love to grant wishes too. So that Two of Cups is coming your way. Believe me when I tell you. Believe me when I tell you. Alright? So things are, things are on the up for you, they tell us. They said you're coming across very much as unfuckwithable is what you are. That, my friend, is a fact, okay? And even Archangel Michael concurs. He said, oh, absolutely. He says, I wouldn't mess with you. He says, you're something else. He says, believe it. He says, but don't worry. Because ain't nobody going to be messing with you anymore. All right? Because you are made guy. And we open our hearts to all your unconditional love. Because we love you. Okay? So again, there you go. All right, so let's get a read here. Let's see what we're working with. Let's get a little selenation here. Ooh, look at this. There's cards in here. What's this? Ace of Swords somehow. Mental clarity here. Looks like. People are seeing things very clearly. That you're the best. That is a fact. That is a fact. Okay, and whoever wanted to betray you, well, that was a mistake, okay? Because people are clearly seeing exactly what that is. You have people like these King of Swords and reverse characters. You have these malicious idiots that they really think that they're turning people. They're still trying to turn people on you, but they're making themselves look so bad doing this right now. It's so obvious that the people that they're saying to, this may have worked in the past, these betrayals, but they're not working anymore. Okay, and these people all, because of this betrayal, are going to head right to this Five of Pentacles. Count on it. Okay, you can count on it. Because that's where they got to go. That's what they wish for you. Okay, they wish that for you, Page of Wands. They wish that they wanted to take your limitless potential from you. They didn't want you to be an inspiration, okay? They didn't want you to be this free spirit, bring this excitement to the table that you bring, okay? Look at this, there's another one. How's this get stuck in here? All right, so yeah, these people, Eight of Cups, they're being viewed as a disappointment, when abandoned. People are walking away from them, okay? This is betrayal, this Five of Pentacles. Nobody wants to be involved with this anymore, okay? Because you have an Emperor here. The Emperor said enough is enough, okay? They said they've seen enough. They're tired of this. They said, it is what it is. It's a 9-year. It's over. Everything's over. This Emperor, they're going to bring you this Ace of Pentacles, okay? They're going to bring you this financial opportunity because you are a 9 of Pentacles. You're a Queen of Pentacles, okay? You don't need anybody, but with this Emperor here, it really makes life much better for you, okay? And that is why these people are in a self-imposed prison, Eight of Swords, because they know their betrayal is clear as day going to lead them to this Five of Pentacles, okay? They know it's going to happen. They're stuck, okay? You have this limitless potential, this Page of Wands energy, okay? You're an inspiration. All right, this Emperor sees that. They want to bring you this Ace of Pentacles, okay? They want to bring you the financial opportunity because they know you deserve it. All to the chagrin of this group who thought that they were going to come up against you. They thought they were going to defeat you. No. Because when they come up against you, the end result is always going to be the same, and that is you destroying them and sending their bitch ass all the way back to hell to never be seen or heard from again. And that's exactly what you do day in and day out. I don't know how many more times you have to do this, how many more times you got to prove this, until these people start to understand that you're not one to be played with. They're starting to see it now, though. Trust me when I tell you. Lots of people are. The government is seeing it. They know you're starting to see your true power, and they can't stop you. Nothing they could do. And they know that. And they know you're going to eventually have other people. They just can't stop you. Because if they could, they already would have. Trust me when I tell you. Alright, so let's get an overall read here, God. Please and thank you. Okay, let's get an overall energy read for the Divine Collective here. The Divine Feminine Collective. Please and thank you. Okay, see what we got. Alright, so what is going to be the overall energy here for you, the Divine Feminine Collective? I just asked God. King of Swords here, of course, okay? Because remember, the King of Swords sees everything. And the King of Swords, seen enough. So if this is centering around the King of Swords right now, seeing enough, that seems pretty accurate that time is up for whoever came up against you. Time is up, okay? Because you know why time is up? Page of Pentacles. Because you're manifesting the end here for these people. Plus, it's a 9-year. This isn't even what you. This is just the way the world works. This is how it is. It's all about the planets. How the planets align is how things go, okay? That's what energy is. People don't understand. Everything is energy here, guys. Every last thing from you to this, whatever, this wall, to everything has a specific frequency. It's called the law of vibration, okay? That's why these people were able to remain in control for so long. They knew things that we didn't know. But now that we leveled the playing field and we know stuff that they know, there's not much they can do because they use this information for negative. See, we will use it for positive, okay? And that's why these people have no love, all right? Lovers in reverse, okay? Because they're all about themselves. It's all about individuals with them. They all want to, take, okay? It's all this competition. See, in Age of Aquarius, it's about the team. We're not here to, take for ourselves, okay? We want everybody to be, doing well. We're not here to keep nobody down. We want everybody to be the best version of themselves, okay? And that's why the 8th house crew is the best, because we don't fuck around. We're not here to, nobody is the leader. Nobody is anything. Everybody is just brings what they need to bring to the table, and that's it. And then it comes down to it. We all communicate in our own ways, so. And we're all very lovable individuals here in the 8th house. Yes, we are. Because you know why? Because we're the one who brings the fun. Because we are the sun. Yes, you are. Your positivity is the reason why this King of Swords is here. Okay? Because if you were not positive, or if you let yourself get bitter, or if you got depressed or whatever, this would have never happened for you. You need to be seen the way you are right now for this all to come into play. These people never seen this coming. Ever. They didn't plan this for him. Trust me when I tell you. And that's good. That's a good thing. We like when people underestimate us, you said. Okay, because here you go. There's another one. Because you know why, brother? Because you are the one who brings the fun. Because you are the sun. Okay? Another one. So that is why everything is going your way. You are the reason. You are the one who brings the happiness. You are the one who brings the fun, okay? So yes, that is exactly why. You know why you're the one who brings the fun? Because you are the star of the show. You are a superstar. Everybody knows it, okay? Everybody can see it, especially this King of Swords. And they said they're tired of people attacking you because you're the star. You don't deserve this. You deserve all the best. You don't deserve this nonsense. And I concur, King of Swords, you're right. You are right. So what you going to do about it, brother, is what we said. Okay, and he said, well, what I'm going to do is I'm first going to have you, 6 of Wands, be publicly recognized for what you've been through, okay? And then I'm going to take care of your enemies, okay? That's what I'm going to do. And I said, okay. And he said, 2 of Pentacles. He said, because I can see how you can adapt, how flexible you are, okay? I can see you don't really need too much help, all right? But, we're here to help you now. I said, okay, thanks. That's what I said. And I shook his hand, parted ways, and Simpsons. And that's how it goes. So, whatever. I said, thank you. Yes, I said better late than never is what I said. And then we laughed. And then we exchanged pleasantries, and I haven't seen him since. All right, and that's what's going on here. Okay, because you know why that's what's going on here? Because you are the Empress, okay? Because this King of Swords knows you're the Empress, okay? That's why you're going to be publicly recognized as an Empress, who is a superstar Empress, okay? Because you're the one. There's no reason for it. Like, it's just you are the one. All right, you are your DM's happiness. You are the one who, it's just people are enthralled with you right now. And whoever came up against you, there's no love there. They did this all for money. Okay, this is all for money. It's so sad how these people are being right now. Not only are you an Empress, though, okay, but you're also this High Priestess. Remember that. You are an Empress, High Priestess, Magician, okay? And that is why you're being publicly recognized. That's a very, very, very admirable energy. People really are attracted to this. Okay, they've never seen anything like this. You're a unicorn. That's what you are. Unicorn. You are a unicorn. Okay, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this whoever had this no love here, they had a lack of long-term view. Okay, they have a little limited success or rewards. Working without rewards here. Okay, there's a lot of distractions. All right, because they thought that, you know, love was going to bring them down or blah blah blah. But let me tell you something, brother. Unconditional love is what creates abundance. These people are clearly seeing this now. Okay, that because there is no love here. Okay, and this is why there's no abundance. This is why it's slowly but surely coming apart, coming undone at the seams, because nobody cares about anybody here. Okay, when nobody cares about each other, then it's every person for themselves. There's never going to be any happiness. There's never going to be any sun. Okay, there's never going to be no fun. And that's what's the whole situation. And it's not fun for them because Nine of Swords, look at them. They're crying in their bed. They're anxious and depressed. They have no love here. Okay, they're working without reward. Seven of Pentacles, which could be your counterpart, working without reward with no love. Hope it was worth it. We hope it was worth it. Okay, did you get all that, everything you wanted out of this? Did you get all the fame and the fortune that you were promised? Are you being seen as a big shot? Is everybody looking up to you now? I don't think so. So how's the appearances now? How do things appear for you now, DM? That's all we gotta ask. That's all we're wondering. Why are you in your bed all crying, anxious and depressed, scared? You're scaredy cat. You're scared. They didn't plan this far. Okay, now Five of Wands in reverse. Now they want to avoid conflict with you. Now everybody wants to avoid conflict with you. They want to agree to disagree with you now. Now that they see that you're in control of the situation, they want to act like they didn't have nothing to do with nothing. No, we always knew we were with you the whole time. We just did this to get you to be the best version of yourself. This is all designed to help you. We did this to help you, is what they're going to tell you. That's very interesting, okay? Because Three of Wands, because thank you then, okay? Thanks for your help, all right? Because we have something going here. We're moving something along. We built something. We built it without these people. So if they think they're going to come agree to disagree or respect differences and they're going to come join us, no. It doesn't work that way. No. You don't play no games with us. You ain't manipulating us, all right? You're not gaslighting us. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. You're stuck. They're stuck. The King of Swords is here. They're done. They know it. They're finished. They're living off your energy. They're almost being protected by your energy right now. Eventually, that's going to end, though. You're going to pull that energy completely away, okay? Because this person is being seen as a one-trick pony, a magician in reverse, okay? They've been seen through. So whoever this is being seen through. It's done. You're a fraud. The person is being seen as a fraud. A magician in reverse is a fraud. It's a manipulator who didn't plan this far, didn't plan well, didn't tap in, untapped talents, very insecure individual, has no confidence, and a big-time narcissist is what a magician in reverse is. Now, whoever this is wants to avoid conflict. They want to respect, they want to agree to disagree. Okay, but you have this King of Pentacles here, though. So this person now clearly sees that you are this Empress, okay? They see how positive you are, all right? They see that. All right, they see how this King of Swords sees you, and they see that you're being publicly recognized, and they want to be a part of this with you, okay? This is perhaps your counterpart, I believe, all right? So perhaps this magician in reverse is somebody around them, could be who that, you know, so maybe a friend of me. This is somebody that tried to sell you out, okay? And now look at them. Now they're going to try to come towards you, like, to avoid conflict, and it's not going to work. You're just going to say, no. We know exactly what you're doing right now, okay? We don't want nothing to do with you. Exactly what you're going to tell them. You're going to say, go cry back in your bed, Nine of Swords, okay? Because this is all you're going to have to look forward to in the near future, okay? Being anxious and depressed, crying in your bed, okay? Because Six of Swords, because you are getting left behind, all right? So whoever this person is, this magician in reverse, is getting left behind. You're leaving this behind. Okay, you don't need this because, look, you're being publicly recognized as a superstar Empress, okay? And you have a King of Swords here protecting you. So you're okay. You're A-okay, if you ask me. Double A, okay. That is a fact. All right, Two of Pentacles, because it's a fact that you were able to adapt, okay? You're very flexible here. You're very balanced. You just knew exactly how to manage your time in this situation. You did not waste anything. You made this happen for yourself. I mean, this is very clear. Okay, it's very clear that the devil here now is backing up. They're backpedaling. Okay, they don't know what to do. They're being seen. They never had been put in this position. They never prepared for this. They never prepared for what would happen if this King of Swords came to, came to help you. All right, they never seen this coming. They just thought that they were gonna get away with this forever, is what this person thought. This Magician in reverse, devil magician in reverse here, who's crying and anxious, very worried about what's going to happen. They know that the things are not looking too good for them. And the reason why is because they see how you are. Okay, that's the best part, because they were supposed to destroy you. You were supposed to be destroyed. All right, you're not supposed to be back stronger than ever. That's where these people are losing their minds. Because now they're going to all types of different people to attack you, and nothing's working. It's not going to work. You're already protected. This only works on people that don't know about this stuff or are not protected. Okay, and that's why they're trying to avoid judgment here. Judgment in reverse. All right, they're trying to act like, if they go in this Five of Wands reverse energy, avoid conflict, or try to agree to disagree, act like they were on your team, like that you're just going to, they're going to slip in through the cracks and that you're just going to let it go. And that's what they really believe is going to happen. They believe that, these illusions that they created about you, or this illusion that they're creating that they want to avoid conflict, won't be seen through. But they forget that you're a high priestess, I think. I think that's what they're forgetting. That you've been seeing through this bullshit for years now. I don't know why they think now. It's comical. But this is how desperate they are. All right, you'll be seeing the King of Swords in reverse character. They'll be coming in saying that, it was all misunderstanding, that really blah, blah, blah. But they did everything possible to bring you down. They did everything possible to bring other people down over the years. And now they're going down. They're not avoiding conflict with you now. We're not here to agree to disagree, okay? We know what you did. All right, Eight of Swords in reverse. Now, somebody's releasing negative thoughts, okay? There is somebody who's releasing negative self-beliefs or self-limiting beliefs. They're open to new perspectives. So this is good, Eight of Swords in reverse, all right? So perhaps now, Five of Cups, this is causing a lot of regret. Or maybe this person who's doing regret, is disappointed, is now releasing negative thoughts because they see what you're all about, okay? Maybe now they do want to avoid conflict with you. I don't know. So let's see what's really going on. This could be somebody now that's, wants to respect different. This can actually be an okay thing if this is who I think it is, okay? But just know, Five of Cups, somebody's very anxious and depressed, or very sad and disappointed while, being anxious and depressed. Yes, they are. They're in regret. Why wouldn't they? Look at you. But listen, even if they chose, this would have never happened. You would have never been forced. You only are forced to get into situations when you have no other choice. You would have never. See, nobody could have guided you. Nobody could say, "Oh, hey, guess what? This is what you are. You're an eighth house person." Blah, blah, blah. Like you wouldn't just be like, "What? Huh?" This all has to come organically. Okay, and that's why the Hierophant's here, because they institutionally support you. Like, they have to see this happen organically. All right, these people just want to take this from you. Tapping your Akashic records, which that's a no-no. Okay, they got your destiny. They decided they liked what they seen. They wanted to swap. Okay, they were stealing your energy. They knew all this stuff. Okay, there's people close to you. This happened since you were a child. You didn't stand a chance at the end of the day, but you still won. You did not stand a chance, but you still won. It's amazing. And you know why? It's all because of God. That is why God is showing everybody that he's real through you. Okay, he's showing everybody with this Four of Wands just how, what a happy home you bring, okay? Just how much of milestones you're celebrating. Okay, they're going to get you that twin flame union, that twin flame reunion, okay? Everything is going to come into play for you. Whatever you want is happening, Four of Wands, all right? Whatever is going to make your milestone is happening. It's going to be granted. Okay, now Four of Pentacles, because whoever was trying to hold on, they didn't want to share wealth. They wanted to be greedy. Okay, so it's going to be this Magician reverse that's trying to manipulate the situation. Okay, now they seeing that, they tried to be greedy and put that over love. Now this Magician reverse, they're clearly still working without reward. Okay, so all this, money, putting all this emphasis on money, and now they're working without reward. They're doing the most now. They're stuck. Now they're crying every night, anxious, depressed. They don't want to be judged. Okay, Seven of Cups. Now, these illusions, these options, these confusions, everybody sees that you're the only one here, okay? So whoever was suggesting all this, okay, whoever pushed your counterpart in this situation now is being seen by this Hierophant and this King of Swords, okay? So when you have the Hierophant and the King of Swords there, okay, and they're both supporting you, you're going to be okay, that's for sure. Okay, and now somebody wants to Five of Wands, avoid conflict with you. They want to agree to disagree, but also somebody now is releasing self-limiting beliefs and negative thoughts. So that could be just your counterpart. I have to say this has to be your counterpart then. Then this is the karmic energy, and this is, you know, who's supporting you, and this is you, this superstar high priestess, okay? That is who's being publicly recognized for their ability to adapt and be flexible. That's what you are. So what else is going to come of this? These people, they want to avoid judgment here, right? They're working without reward, this Magician reverse. There's no love. They're being seen as greedy and stingy, penny pinchers. Probably this King of Swords reverse, penny pinching bastard. Okay, but now you are clearly being seen as not a penny pincher, but a wish come true. Okay, you are your counterpart's wish come true. You will get your wish come true. Okay, there's Two of Cups. All right, who's going to get this wish come true? You, of course, the High Priestess, because you could see it clearly happening now. Okay, you are visioning it. All right, you know you're going to get your wish come true. You know you're remaining positive. This is what you are. Okay, you're a positive Empress High Priestess. Okay, and that is why you're going to get your wish come true, because you remained the way you're supposed to be here. That is what makes you so special. You're very lovely. You're a very lovely person. And everybody's going to see it now. No more hiding you. Alright, Page of Pentacles. You know why? Because Page of Pentacles, you are manifesting that, okay? You are manifesting. You're envisioning it. What you want is going to happen, okay? Because you are Nine of Cups. You are a master manifester. And you are going to get what you want, okay? Because now, Two of Swords, they can't avoid this anymore. There's no more avoiding this, okay? There's no more saying this is preposterous. It is not preposterous much longer, okay? Nothing is preposterous here. I like that word, preposterous. But, okay, so what's going to happen, this preposterous nonsense here? What are we going to do here? Can we get an end result here, please, and thank you? Okay, so just know we know we're going to remain balanced in this temperance energy, because you are a superstar high priestess, okay? You are this positive high priestess magician. All right, so of course you're going to remain balanced, because that is what you are. You are the balance. You are the temperance, okay? You bring the moderation. You're sensible. You're finding meaning. You're finding purpose, okay? Then what's going to happen for this Magician in reverse here that's in this, you know, this Nine of Swords, that's anxious and depressed, that's working without reward, that doesn't want to, you know, that's trying to avoid judgment from this, you know, King of Swords and Hierophant. Who is this person? They're being very seen as very greedy. So what's going to happen to that person? Well, all I can tell you is that the end is here for them, Ten of Swords, okay? Because when they come up against you, the end result will always be the same, and you know the rest, okay? So there we go. So let's get a clarification here. Let's get a confirmation, see what we're going here with, okay? But somebody here is releasing negative thoughts, okay? They want to agree to disagree with you. They want to respect differences. Character. What a character they are. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I kind of like this read. Kind of enjoyed that. Mostly good. Mostly good, if you ask me. So let's get a little selenation here of these cards here. All right, so just know whoever came up against you, this Magician reverse, they're carrying all the burden here, Ten of Wands. All the extra work is falling on their shoulders. They're the ones. They were the ones who got involved here. They thought that they took the payout. Okay, but you still have this temperance. All right, you were too balanced. They thought that you were going to become unbalanced. They thought that you were going to act out. But no, that's not how you do things. You're much more respectable than that. You have a lot of respect for yourself. You don't act out of character, all right? And that's why Nine of Cups, your wish come true, okay? We clearly saw this, all right? You're not only a wish come true, but you are getting your wish come true, okay? That is what it comes down to. So it's not any other way around this, all right? And that's why you are a real magician, not no fake magician, okay? You're not no half-ass magician, one-trick pony. You are a real deal, okay? Because remember, the magician advises you to use your skills, resources, and power to manifest your goals and create your reality, okay? It reminds you to be aware of your potential, and use it wisely. And that is why you are in this temperance energy, because you know how to do things wisely, in moderation. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So let's get a little confirmation, a little clarification. Let's see what we're getting at here. That is what it's all about. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. All right, so just know, Three of Pentacles in reverse. There's a lot of disharmony over here with this bum over here, this Magician in reverse, because they're working alone. It feels like they have a lack of cooperation. All right, nobody wants to be bothered with this Three of Pentacles. They want to be working around you, okay? Because they have this Five of Wands here. They want this conflict, this rivalry, this competition with you, but now all they do is have strife and tension with themselves, because you're not even, this person can't even get near you anyway, okay? They're clearly not being seen as an adversary much longer, okay? They're finished. Their days are numbered. They know it. Everybody else knows it, okay? And that's why Eight of Wands in reverse. They're trying to delay this, okay? They have no cooperation. There's disharmony. They're working alone. They're being criticized. They're stagnated. And now they want to delay, and they're frustrated. They're confused. There's no direction, no purpose, no planning. So it's almost like the end is here for them anyway. So it doesn't make a difference. It's happening. It's going to happen no matter what they say. They cannot stop a wheel from turning. It's not possible. Okay, and that is why they're in this Tower of Terror, and you are the ride conductor, and they're going to go up, and they're going to go down, and they're going to go up, and they're going to go down, and you're not letting them off until you're ready to let them off. Okay, and we'll see if they can survive. And if they can survive and heal in your Tower of Terror, then awesome. Then, yeah, they could come back. Sure. All right, Three of Cups reverse. So not only do you have a Three of Pentacles in reverse, you have a Three of Cups in reverse. So this is telling me there's a very overindulgent situation, a lot of partiness, a lot of isolation. There's a lot of people, doing a lot of nasty things right now, okay? So probably a lot of use of black magic, probably a lot of sex abuse, a lot of drugs. I mean, this is not looking good, okay? Three of Cups in reverse with a Three of Pentacles in reverse with an Eight of Wands in reverse. What does that tell you? I mean, that tells me that there's a very, very group of confused people here. They have no direction, no purpose. This is a coven who's lost all lead, okay? There's nobody leading anymore. All right, this is out of control. That's what it is with this Magician. It's a group of one-trick ponies that are all out of control. That's why they didn't have one specific person. Makes sense now. Knight of Wands. But you, on the other hand, are a fearless and confident individual who's driven by their ambition and desire and who's not afraid of challenges or risk. And that is why you are who you are, okay? You showed what you're capable of, okay? You took them all on and won. How about that? How about that? Okay, and even the Hierophant was there to see you, okay? So now you have the Hierophant here. All right, so that's going to be confirmation that you have this institutional support here. All right, so there you go. Nice. All right, and there's also going to be confirmation that you have this Ten of Cups here. You're going to build your foundation on this Ten of Cups, because that's what you do, because you are enjoying your happiness and satisfaction. You have achieved your wish and have everything you want. Don't forget to thank the divine for the blessing. Always be grateful for God for what this is, okay, because that is why you have everything you have, okay? It only can happen if God says it happens. So you have to understand that. You have to remember that. All right. And if you, the more you're grateful and the more you stay out of God's way, the more He blesses you. All right. And that's why these people, they didn't want to listen to that. They thought they could just come in and take. They were going to just force things to happen. And now they're in this full and reverse energy. Okay. They're very much anxious. They missed opportunity. They block potential. Okay, they're not having a good time. They're not pure. They're not innocent like you. Okay, and that's why. And they're also not action-oriented and ambitious like you, Knight of Swords. All right, they are not. Okay, they cannot move this. This is one of the fastest moving cards in the deck. You're moving along here. I mean, this is quick. This is quick action that's being taken. I mean, these people took it all the way to the end. All right, it's the end of a 9 year. Nothing that could happen. It's either you go down with the ship or heal. Doesn't matter. Okay, because you know you're a Queen of Wands, okay? You're a Queen of Wands. You are a confident and independent individual who's passionate and determined and who radiates warmth and vitality. That's very clear, okay? You have this sun energy, this Empress. Of course, that's who you are. You're in this energy 100% of the time. This is the energy your counterpart finds the most sexy about you. They think you're amazing in that, okay? And that's also why you're so brave, Nine of Wands. Okay, you're coming off as a brave, courageous Queen of Wands, all right? Because the Nine of Wands is a card of resilience, perseverance, and defense. It represents the situation where you have to face challenges or threats from others and stand your ground. And that's all I see you doing all the time. I mean, there's no other way. I mean, you are the best. I mean, how much more can you go through? So can we get it like an ending here? What's going to come of this? We have this King of Swords here, who is this Hierophant that's looking out for this Empress, Queen of Wands. Okay, they clearly got their back. You got this Coven here that is there. They have no direction whatsoever. The end is here for them. They're, all acting out. There's a lot of disharmony. It's just people are not having a good time. They want to try to avoid judgment, working without reward, no love. I mean, it's like whoever chose this is like pulling their hair out right now. It's almost like, well, I should have had a V8. You know what I mean? They should have had a V8 before they made this choice. Remember those commercials? They would say it, and the guy would hit themselves in the head. That's what they're doing right now before picking whoever this is over you. Okay, now they're clearing all the burden, Ten of Wands. Okay, whoever came up against you is always going to be carrying all the burden because you have this Four of Wands here. You have this happy home. You have this milestone. Okay, because the Four of Wands is a card of celebration, joy, harmony, and relaxation. It represents the happiness and satisfaction that comes from achieving a goal or milestone. Yes, it is. Sure is. It's where you're headed. That is where you're at. Okay, and you getting to this Four of Wands now is causing the Tower of Terror to come in effect. The Tower of Terror is now here, okay? And you are the ride operator, okay? You are the ride conductor. All right, you're the one who's taking them up and you're taking them down. You're taking them up. They don't know. They're screaming. They're crying. They want it to stop, okay? So, no. We'll tell you when it's over, okay? Five of Wands. You wanted the competition, conflict with us now. You're going to have to deal with it, okay? You're going to have to learn. If you can't take the heat, you must get out the kitchen. If you can't take it, you must not dish it out. These are the lessons you will learn now, okay? You have to learn these lessons, okay? You wanted this for us. Now you have to experience this. Times 10. You won't. They'll off themselves. Watch. Trust me when I tell you, because you're a Page of Cups, okay? You have these crazy creative opportunities here. You have these intuitive messages. You just wish come true. You really are a wish come true, okay? And Two of Wands. Now you got everything that you were, your inspiration now is into an action, okay? You didn't have all your eggs in one basket, okay? Everything is, you knew that if you put all your eggs in one basket, they would come knock it right over. So you put them all in different places. You confuse these people. That is where you got them. You confused them. And that is where you were able to get away. Okay, they didn't see it. You were able to escape by confusing them. They didn't see you being this smart. They didn't see you being this balanced. They didn't see you being this intelligent. But that's the way you wanted it to be. Okay, now Four of Swords in reverse. They're burnt out and exhausted because they've been running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Okay, you have just been sitting here resting and relaxing. You've been doing the opposite, okay? You're just getting all your energy back, okay? Now they're heartbroken, Three of Swords, because this Magician versus Coven, whatever this is, they're not getting what they expected. The ships are not coming in. Now they're going to try to find ways to avoid conflict with you. They're trying to respect differences. They're going to try to get on your good side again. They're going to try to get out of this, but none of it's going to work, okay? Because you're going to know exactly what they did, and you're going to say, absolutely not. You must go pay your karma for this. Get out of here, all right? Go do whatever. Get on the Tower of Terror with them. Come on. We'll put you on the Tower of Terror if you're so sorry. All right? That's your punishment. You have to go on the Tower of Terror with us. Okay? And then when we take you to the Tower of Terror, we're going to send you to the Five of Pentacles. All right? And then we're going to see if you can return from that. Okay? Because we know what you wish this on us. So if you wish that on us, it's going to happen to you. I mean, you created this energy. You can't blame us. We didn't do anything to you. You attacked us. Us, 8th house crew, they attacked us. We didn't do anything. That's why we're not getting any karma here. And that is why we're going to end it here. And we're going to be publicly recognized, okay? Because remember, the Six of Wands is a card of success, victory, achievement, and recognition. It represents the joy and satisfaction that comes from accomplishing a goal or milestone. And that is what you did. You surviving this whole abomination, this whole debacle, will get you publicly recognized because you have to be. I mean, there's no other way around it. You're too big a star to be contained anymore. And these people are going to be seeing this coven for what they've been doing, siphoning energy from you and other divine beings. Okay, so now these people they don't want to avoid judgment, but it doesn't matter because the end is here for them. Okay, guys, I love you. I'll see you at 11. All right, bye.